educated. In 1984, Tavian moved to the United States where he joined a number of bands before moving back to the UK in 1985. He was signed to Polydor Records as part of rock group Hysteria. He went on to record a creditable version of the Hendrix classic Purple Haze in 1987. Tavian also worked with producers like Charlie Cabot and Tim Smith, who produced the European hit Midnight Blue. Welcome.
Thank you.
Artist, composer, producer, voiceover artist.
Sometimes voice.
And the areas of movement, moving back and forth. Let's begin with that, the movement. Born in the UK, came back to Nigeria. What was it like growing up?
In Nigeria? Well, it was fantastic. I actually looked forward to coming home. Apparently, when I was 6 years old, I was always asking my parents, are there any lions in Nigeria? I was very interested to find if there were any lions. But I enjoyed the experience. I went to Mayflower School, which really was, for a kid my age at the time, was fantastic. To go to primary school, it was a boarding school. Then I went to Molusi College, Ijebu. But I was a bit unruly, so my parents decided to bring me back to Lagos, and I ended up in Baptist Academy, which is where I actually finished.
Okay. You're from which part of Nigeria?
Ondo.
Ondo.
Yeah,
Ondo town itself.
Do you speak the language?
Oh, yes.
Okay, could you just, in a few words, tell us, in
my language,
how has it been in Nigeria?
Right, where do I begin? Njaboti, Badatipe, Mushai Fofi, Enyo Dear, Shubon, Awan Konga, you Jeffy, Odilati Yosi.
Okay, this is quite interesting because, most people, when they talk about, the children growing up abroad, they hardly can speak their mother tongue.
Oh, well, I'm not most children.
So how did your parents
well, I hope my mum don't watch it. My parents didn't actually achieve this. It so happened that I seemed to have an affinity for languages. Basically what happened is, like I said, I came at the age of 6, and by the age of 8, I was able to converse in Ondo, and by 10, I was speaking it fluently. And my grandparents, my dad's mum was just absolutely blown away by it. And she used to take me all over the place and show me off to people. Yeah. I just picked it up. To be quite honest with you, I couldn't even explain to you how I picked it up. I just picked it up. I spoke Ijebu vaguely when I went to school there. I just pick up languages very, very quickly. And accents, apparently.
Okay, now let's talk about your career.
Okay. You want me to?
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I went to the United States for my university education. I did a little bit there, but I didn't actually actively start making music until I got to London. I then joined a band called the Party Boys, actually, was my first group. Didn't really do too great. Then I joined another group, and then I was signed to Polydor Records as part of a pop group, actually called Hysteria. We did a cover version of the Hendrix classic Purple Haze, which got some really good reviews. And then I went on to work with Steve Mack, who now works for Simon Cowell, who's just, I suppose, the primary record producer, worked with people like Mariah Carey, Scout, Laura Lewis, Diana Ross. And then I decided that at some point I wanted to do my own style. I was doing backing vocals for people for years. And then I thought, well, actually, you know what, I don't want to be in the background anymore. I actually want to do my own stuff. And then I started writing my own music with my partner in London, a guy called Jonathan Beers. And that's how Tavian the brand actually came about.
Okay. What was it like? I mean, your parents probably didn't bring you up to go into music.
No.
They probably had plans.
Definitely not.
What was it that your parents that wanted you to do?
Well, I'm not quite sure what my mom wanted me to do. I think she just wanted me to be well educated and follow that path. My dad was pretty much laid back. His attitude was, well, you know what, no one forced me to do anything, so if you want to sing, he bought me a guitar. I think I was 15. My mother hated the idea. I mean, you have to understand, they wanted what they thought was best for us. And my mum was against it, my dad was a bit more laid back about the whole thing. But I was of the mind that I'm going to do this whether you like it or not, because quite simply it's my life.
Okay, so you started playing the guitar at what age?
Well, actually, I never learned to play it. I have a dexterity problem with my fingers, so I can't.
So you play the piano?
No, actually, I don't.
What do you
Well, I play a little bit, but I mean, I play enough to shoot the video. When they play the piano, I wouldn't go on stage and do a virtuoso performance. So when people ask me, especially musicians, I don't dare say I play the piano, because then they'll say, well, okay, play Beethoven's Fifth or something.
So what instrument do you play?
Well, the piano I play, like I said, passively. But music is just innate in me, in the sense that the guy that I work with in London, Jonathan Veers, he does all the instrumentation, but I actually carry the embryo of our work in my head. I compose in my head, and because I sing, I can literally hum everything to him, and he does all the work, because he does it so much better than I do. He's played on I Love the Way You Lie by Rihanna.
Your parents that wanted definitely to tell the path of a well-educated child.
Yes.
Now, what path did you choose?
I was always going to make music once I realized I could.
When did you realize you could?
So, according to my parents, this is a part of my childhood that I don't actually remember. Tom Jones, this is showing how old I am now. Tom Jones, Petula Clark, Lulu, I would be glued to the TV. And so I'd always had a love for music, but I suppose I really didn't know I could sing. In fact, I was allowed to realize I could sing. And there was only a couple of friends who said, yeah, you got a good voice. I was like, really? I thought they were kidding me. And then eventually I thought, you know what? I love this anyway, and it just so happens that I can do this. Well, you know what? Why not? And once I'd made that decision, I don't think anyone really was going to talk me out of it.
Okay, tell us about some of the projects you've been involved in Nigeria.
Well, I'm starting my first project actually. I've written, well, my creative partner and I, Jonathan Veers,